say that the attitudes towards language, culture, traditions, all of those things started changing here in our community probably in the late 80s. I know for myself, after I left and went away to school, I realized how much I didn't know, that I hadn't learned about my culture or traditions or the ways of the longhouse and all of those things. And I'd met young people when I was away who started teaching me those things, and I realized that those things started to become really important to me because those were the things for me that defined who I was. And nothing else in my life thus far had done that. And it had always been one of my personal goals to make that opportunity available for young people here. I know even though I learned late in my life, it was learning that knowledge and those things that gave me strength and confidence. If we could teach it to the children when they were younger, they could also have strength and confidence and have an identity that was developed on who they were based on our traditional knowledge. So one of the things that this group of women I became a part of did was we talked about these things, and we talked about where would be the best place to start. And we thought that starting with singing and dancing would be a good thing because it seemed like a non-threatening thing. We looked around in our sister Mohawk communities to see who there was, and we found a young man in Akwesasne named Jerry McDonald. And I think this was probably around 1988 when we started doing that, and we invited him to come, and he agreed. Learning that little bit, those songs and dances, it was like that made those young people hungry for more. They wanted to know more about the culture, they wanted to know more about our traditions, and they wanted to know the language, because it was like from that it just built and carried on. It was also at that time that we got more involved with the Longhouse community, the larger Longhouse community, like the Mohawk Nation. We didn't have old people here to learn Longhouse ways from, so we had to go out and find the people who could teach us what we needed to know to be able to revive the Longhouse in Tyendinaga. It was largely because those young people were urging us and encouraging us. They wanted to know, and they were asking us questions, and so it became our responsibility to go out and find the answers we could. And lots of times we just took them with us. We drug them all over the whole Confederacy. And slowly by slowly, we brought that knowledge home, and then we started to do ceremonies here. We started talking about building a longhouse and started doing fundraising. I had a piece of land here that I wasn't using, and I donated that to the longhouse because I really wanted there to be a longhouse here. I think it's been a positive change. It's taken all these years, and it goes through, it ebbs and flows. Sometimes there's a really strong community with lots of people. I remember one time at midwinter I counted 150 people in the longhouse. And then there was another midwinter where there was maybe 30. So at least we're here now, and the longhouse is here now, and people know it's here, and if they're searching for it, they'll know where to find it.